So the technology licensing was something that happened almost by accident and against our wishes through all of this, where after Wolfenstein came out, we started having people pestering us, in my view, about wanting to license the technology. And I didn't want to be in that business of supporting other people with that. We did some early work and it was painful, where we had to do a lot of hand-holding and support, and this was not what I signed up for. This was not what I wanted to be a game programmer for, to be kind of holding the hands of somebody else when I want to be writing new technology. I wanted to go ahead and take the next step on there, not support the previous step. But eventually it got to the point where people started coming up with significant enough money to us where we made, the early offers were almost, they were so slanted on our side. They were saying, okay, you pay us all this money, this royalty, you can have all of this, and we'll give you 8 hours of support. I will let you come and talk with me for a day, and other than that, you got to figure it out on your own, because I really don't care. I don't want to be doing this. I want to be working on new code. And we wound up getting a number of people to do that. Initially through Doom, and then more through Quake and Quake 2, and eventually probably more than any others with the Quake 3 license on there. But it was still not something that the company was really behind. We were still trying to stay a small company. We had a lot of strong opinions about not wanting to bloat over the size that we saw people at other companies where they had a lot of trouble as they grew. They felt it ruined the character of the company, and we wanted to stay this smaller team. So we never hired anybody to manage technical support on any of this. But we still had a lot of fabulous games that were made with this technology. And while the archaeological evidence is buried very, very deep, it still does give me a little bit of pride to know that Valve's titles and the Call of Duty titles, they have their distant ancient roots in the Quake code that I wound up writing all those years ago. Certainly there's very little of the original bits left in there, but that was the foundation that they were built on. Of course, what happened after that was Epic started taking licensing really seriously, and they devoted significant resources to that market, and really they ate our lunch on there, and that was good for them. They picked a market, they put resources forward to address it, and we kind of went our own way, producing different technology and not pursuing the licensing. And that's, and I really don't have any regrets about that. It's clearly there was a large market there. Epic wanted to serve it well, and I really didn't. That wasn't what I wanted to be doing at that point, and it still isn't. So I don't have any real regrets over that.